golfers around the world are wondering, is it time to change my driver? And this 9 handicap's wondering the same.
It's alright, is it time?
Let's do it.
Let's do it now. Oh, he's had a go.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here, guys. First things first, I'm going to have to keep this gilet on or we're looking like a very shorter, fatter version of me and my golf. Guys, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, make sure you do smash that subscribe button below. Today, we're looking at a few different things, mate, aren't we? Yeah. So, Brett's off 9, and we're back to where we met, actually.
Yeah,
Tankersley Park Golf Club. We're going to play a couple of holes, and you've got, so talk me through the drive that you've got, Brett.
We talked about it before, haven't we? M3.
Taylormade M3. Is it one of my, it's not one of my old ones, is it?
No.
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 Purchases.
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So very, very similar specs, actually, to my Sim2 that I'm testing at the moment. It's not in the bag yet because I need to do all that testing, but what I thought we'd do is, rather than just put it on a simulator and check out the numbers and things like that, yes, that's important, but is it as important as beating me on a golf course? No, definitely not. So rather than give Brett some shots, he's playing off 9, I'm going to let him tee off with both clubs and choose which drive he takes. That way I think it's going to be quite interesting to see, are we going to use the M3 more or the Sim more? Because you are in the market for one, aren't you?
Yes, definitely.
Does your wife know?
No. It's all a secret.
Right.
We're trying.
I'm going to give you the honour.
Go on then.
Which one are you going first?
I'll go mine first.
Right.
It's a little bit high.
Not bad. See, that is generally your shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe not the best strike, moving right to left. Go on, go again, mate, while you're in... Yep. What ball are you using at the moment as a 9 handicap?
Taylormade TPX.
TP5X. If you can find them. Nice bag, that and all.
Another Facebook find.
I'd just like to say that I don't know what's going on here, but that's wrong. That's all wrong.
What's wrong?
Why are these in the bottom?
It's the first time out, I'm not getting it right.
At least for the game now, you've got one in play, haven't you? That's a great strike.
Yeah, better strike, but wrong shape.
Just out there to the right, that, mate, wasn't it?
I'm not sure if it's met trees.
I only get one chance, don't I?
Yep. Might give her a mulligan. Oh, it's not bad though.
There's no shot tracer on it because we're rushing, but it's just
middle.
Down there, mate.
Yeah, it's down.
Guys, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you will know that recently I teamed up with the guys at Golf Gear Giveaways UK on Instagram. And this week we have another discount code for you. It's JR50 and you can get 50% off. There's loads of great draws, one of which is for a driver of your choice. And I'm yet to decide what driver I would choose this year. But there's a driver of your choice, there's a wedge of your choice, and there's also some TP5 Pix golf balls on there. There's actually been a couple of winners go from this page onto Golf Gear Giveaways UK, so well done to the guys that have won. I think it's a fantastic idea, I think it's a great bit of fun. Get over there, guys, the link is in the description. Now let's get back to Brett and see if this actually makes a difference to the game. Oh, there was a bit of pressure on those, weren't there, with a bit of an audience?
Yeah.
So when you come back to an old course, isn't it, and you reckon so many people, literally every group we've seen so far, we've said hello to and had a bit of a chat to, haven't we? Yeah, so which is always nice. I must say as well, Tankers is in lovely condition. If anyone's around the M1 going north or south around junction
35, 36.
Yeah, around there, then get yourself on and play. So Brett, what were your first impressions of the Sim2? Is that the first time you've hit it?
Yeah, that's the first swing.
First swing?
We've not even had a practice swing, have we? But
strike was
nice,
good.
I liked it. Strike was good. It'd be interesting to hit it again, just for shape wise, but
yeah.
I did like it. It's a different, it's 460 head as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Oh, you've got the tall M3, haven't you?
That's one of the main reasons I'm looking at. I originally liked it, but I don't think it's forgiving enough for how much I'm playing at the minute. A little bit more forgiveness always goes down well. And we're going to play a handful of holes. We're going to play them going different directions in different winds, so he can get a proper emphasis on if it's actually going to improve his golf or just make his new Titleist tour bag look better. I have to swap my clubs around now, he said something though.
Mate, that's horrendous.
Yeah, I just chucked them in this morning, it's all exciting that we're new.
Right, so Sim2 is looking right hand trees, isn't it? Yeah. The good news is I've found a Brett. It's a brand new one as well, that, isn't it?
Compared to the other one. It'd have been nice up fairway.
It would have been nice up fairway.
Not that one this time, no?
No.
No, that's 1-0 to M3.
I think that also shows a little bit of a chink in. Oh, I'm gonna bloody move my eye here. A little chink in my rules in that when you've got one in play, you're probably going to try and hit it further with the second one.
Yeah, probably.
So we're going to have to rotate which one you hit first.
So, Sim next.
Sim next first, yeah. Right, we've got one down here. Oh, yeah, one in the fairway, mate, so we're golden. So we've got my ball just between these two bunkers here. It's a par 5, shouldn't have long left in. Brett's just about 50 behind. No. 20, 30?
Yeah.
What are you going with here, mate? You going for the green?
Yeah, I'm going to have a little rumble. See if they've moved on.
You still love this hole, so you have to kind of take it over the corner a little bit to get on the green in 2. Yeah? And ideal, if you do miss it left, which, let's be fair, I generally do, you're always safe because it opens up and there's a path that walks to the next tee, so really everyone's a winner.
I can't see it. I thought we'd see the bags on corner.
Yeah.
But women's tee's below, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're alright, mate. If you aim for the green, then you're definitely fine. What we're going with?
3-iron.
Ooh. No, it's your perfect miss though, mate, that.
Yeah.
I think you almost had that in the back of your head, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was just about to say, he always ups his game for camera, but...
Yeah, not today.
Right, we have 200, and I'm just here. Is that to the front, do you know?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to hit a 5-iron. I feel like the wind's changed a bit. Where was the flag? Did you see it? Oh, be good. Do you? Yeah. I think it's drawn in, mate, that nicely. I thought you were going to say, oh, they're still on green. So, Brett, I'm assuming on this video we're going to get quite a few people watching who are interested in maybe upgrading the golf clubs, upgrading the driver. Is there anything else in the bag that you're considering and moving on?
No, we didn't. We did a video, didn't we, once?
Yeah.
I've kept everything simple. I've bought a new bag.
And a trolley.
Yeah, and a trolley.
I must admit, those irons, I really don't think they're going to get old quick. They're AP2s, aren't they?
Yeah, AP2.
So the generation before the T100.
Yeah.
And they're such good irons. If you watch the Masters this week, Spieth's still using the ones before that.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
I think that goes to show that.
That one of the reasons I first ever bought these is I remember watching and talking about he used AP2.
Yeah.
And as soon as I tested them, loved it.
I used to use Brill Cream because Beckham did. Right, so not your best second shot, but it's the ideal. Literally, if you put yourself here, every time you played a comp at Tankersley, you'd be perfect, wouldn't you?
100%, yeah.
Just a nice little pitch in. How far have you got?
75. Oh, not that one though.
Not your best, mate. Bit of a...
Putting though.
Maybe we need to get you a new wedge. Bit more bounce.
Any seed?
Yeah, you're on the green, mate. That's okay. I'm thinking that I honestly didn't want mine back in the air, and I can't see it anywhere. Unless it's landed in this bunker. I think the club was right as well. Just hope I haven't gone along, because it's an awful chip if you go along here. Oh, we're in the bunker. That's very annoying. So you had to come over that line there. Great positioning of a bunker, this. Very good.
Bunker?
Yeah. We're put in. I enjoyed that. The sand's always good here as well. I remember that from working here. So I worked here as a professional or an assistant professional for the best part of 5 years. So I should have some course knowledge. Oh dear. Not your best. Very aggressive. Have you lost your turn?
No.
Thoughts on that bunker shot from back there?
Wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah, well done. Good effort that. Pick it up. Is that a 6?
Yeah, 6.
2 for it, that, mate.
2 for it?
Yeah. We're going back to less clears when we can.
Are we?
I'm going to go for birdie to give people something to comment about.
Oh dear, I'll give it though. That's 1 up. Yeah, bad read. I think you've had.
Driver didn't help you there, did it?
No, it didn't. I think you've had more putters than McIlroy though. To be fair, pal. Yeah. It changes seems every time we play.
Yeah, it's. I'm working on what's going in the bag, mate.
Ah.
Doing like you do, but
yeah,
I do it in person on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm also playing with this at the minute, which I'm quite enjoying. If you remember the Callaway Chrome Soft XLS, but not a fan of this. I keep using it to line up and never seem to make the putts.
Just to be stood on tee, to be fair.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Old boys aren't reaching us today, though. Not from back there.
We're all right, aren't we?
Yeah. So what we're going first this time, mate?
Well, it's Sim first.
Sim first. Is this a hole that you fancy attacking, or is it a safety hole?
Yeah. When we remember, this were a definitely birdie chance.
Yeah, it was. And if we look at,
Get it straight over that.
yeah, so you want to be going straight over that tree, don't you? We look at the map of the hole. There is out of bounds right, but it's something you can just really attack. That's a great drive.
Oh, it's hold on a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Not a fair way, but
Actually shortens the hole a little bit.
does a little bit.
Well, that's smoked.
That's a fair way.
See, and that's interesting because it's one left and one right again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you that for Instagram.
Yeah. 2 right.
You normally get a shot here, Brett, as well.
Yeah, 7. Didn't see it, pal.
You see it?
No, I was watching camera, I couldn't pick it up.
Long way, mate.
What it?
Yeah. So if we do kind of compare clubs, Brett, how do you feel about the look of, say, the Sim2 to the M3?
I prefer that smaller little
Slither of a top line. Yeah, it's more of a matte finish as well, isn't it? Whereas the M3, it's kind of shiny and yeah, very similar actually. They've gone back to a similar kind of look, haven't they?
Yeah.
What about feel-wise? Anything in particular?
Sim feels a little bit softer off face, I think.
Yeah. Better acoustics.
Yeah. Better sounding, isn't it?
And it's funny how sometimes we say better sounding, better feel, when really it's different. It's a different sound, different feel. If you prefer a harder sound and a firmer sound, then you're probably going to prefer the M3. But then we're sort of.
I think it's gone back to more sounding like M1.
Yes.
I had the M1.
Yeah.
And that's what, so far, when the M3 come out with twist face, I sold me M1 thinking it was best thing to do because that new technology were on it.
Yeah.
And I used to hit the M1, best driver I've ever hit.
Yeah.
When I had that, I regretted selling the M1, but after hitting this twice, even though I picked mine on the last hole, I think sound-wise and feel-wise, I feel more comfortable with that in my hand.
Yeah.
1 for forgiveness.
Yeah.
But 2, just that sound, and I almost feel I've got my M1 back in my hand.
And you know what, I think potentially as well, if we put a slightly softer shaft in there for you, I think that might help as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to try it with a different shaft.
Yeah. Also say hello to Joseph and Casper.
Oh, hello Joseph and Casper.
Remember
Casper this time. He'll be watching.
Are you carrying that round now?
I didn't want to chuck it to you while you got your camera and you were doing a bit of filming.
So just looking at the drives, Brett's M3's on the fairway there, but I actually think the Sim2, which we'll get down to, has gone a little bit further, and also in a match play scenario, it's actually a better angle in. Whether or not he meant that.
No.
I said I have no idea, but he didn't mean it at all.
No.
And I think this is an interesting one because what would you expect to see as a difference spending the money on that new drive? Would you expect a big 10, 20, 30 yard difference, or would you hope for...
No, I think going on even from when I moved on from M1 to M3, sometimes people think, are you going to hit it further? I don't think I hit it any further. The reason I'm looking for it now is that forgiveness.
Yeah.
Not playing as much.
So maybe even the Sim2 Max would be an option as well.
Yeah.
This is the standard Sim2, so
I can't find mine anywhere actually. Must have took a bad bounce off the fairway. This is your M3.
Yes.
So pick that out. Sim2's there, so it is a little bit further. It was lower and we are into the wind, so that's 1-all I think.
Yeah, 1-all.
Yeah, we've got 2 shots here, look mate. So they must have both just taken bad bounces off this ridge.
Yeah.
Should we go with that?
Yeah, we'll hit that one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Which one are you having?
I'll set furthest back. I assume it's further than you.
Funny, this is the perfect angle to this hole, isn't it? Straight up there. Middle flag, no excuses.
109.
That's going fast, isn't it? $109. If that's up. Oh, lovely. Uphill putt as well.
Yes, nice one.
He's up the game.
Yeah. Always like to go one down, me, I think.
Yeah, like Man United.
Yeah.
So you had 109, so I'm going to have about 80. Joking.
You play 80.
Joking. I love being back here. You know, I played Wortley yesterday as well, where we grew up, and going around these courses again, it really makes you feel like you're back.
10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Body don't feel like it though.
Waist trousers.
Yeah.
I think I was taller then as well.
Yeah.
Right, 100 yards. Fall below feet, just don't miss it left.
Lovely. Yeah, good shot. Good shot.
Joseph, that one was for you. Casper, right? I'll tell you what, mate, they're 2 good golf shots.
Yeah, we'll take them too.
Anyone would think we could play?
We're back where it was then.
They didn't see the opening hole, did they?
Yours are alright.
Right, these are 2 very good birdie opportunities here on this 6th hole. 6th hole? 6th hole. You know what's also an interesting point? I always do videos on drivers because people want to see them.
Yeah.
But you know what it always comes down to?
Drive for sure, putt for
Comes down to this, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously a bit of short game, but...
I think it's on you, mate.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll tell her. Sorry, you were just sorting yourself out.
Yeah, just having a little look.
Can I say I'm really, really warm with this on, but I don't want to take it off because we literally look exactly the same.
We'll do it, mate. Chuckle Brothers.
Come on.
Size is yours.
What?
Jumper.
Medium, mate.
What is it?
Yeah. Why didn't you expect that?
No.
What do you think it'd be?
I thought it would be large.
Very nice.
It needs hitting. It's good, mate. Good for again. Consistent. Consistent.
What, are you going to give me that?
Yeah, I'll get that.
Are you sure? Because that's the same length that putt you missed in Colinas.
Yeah, I'll get one. I'm glad that's on camera actually that you've said that. Because this putt changes in size every week.
Oh!
A little bit pacey. Keeping quiet, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're keeping very quiet there.
Pick it up, son. Frick. Right, so that's 1 up with 1 to play. I know that isn't really the general reason for this video, but it's always nice to get one over on Brett. And Danny, if you're watching, honestly, he just needs to spend more time on the golf course.
It's about time I'm glad someone else has said it.
Right, so interesting hole. This isn't a very long hole, just like a lot of the holes here at Tankersley. It's more about positioning, which is why we're doing a video on testing drivers. But if Brett can pull it back, then we'll play a 4th and final hole and I'll give him a shot.
Probably good hole actually, that as well.
Yeah, it's a good hole.
Index 1, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd give you a shot, yeah. Which driver are you going with
I'm
first?
going to go Sim again first, I think.
Okay. There you go. What would you do with the M3? Would you hope to trade it in, sell it, give it someone, or?
Yeah, sell it. Whatever.
Is it worth? Are they worth selling at the minute? I don't know.
I haven't even looked yet.
I think, to be honest, I think resale values of golf clubs is quite strong at the minute.
Is it?
Yeah, Gaz is his person to speak to for that. Very similar flight to the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, feel I liked it. I tried to play a cut weight this time after the last two.
What's your bad shot, Bray? Is it right or left?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which it did go right, but I cut last two, so I wore it actually open for that cut, but it's too much. But I think if it were to have a few more goes and start getting that shape,
yeah.
I'd be happy.
that's
a lot better.
I know which one we're taking here.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Very good. It's going to be interesting to see if the Sim2's up with that. I don't think it can be.
No,
because that was nailed, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
well, yeah.
That's what, with the M3 that you've got, it is going to be lower spin, so if you do get it properly, then it's going to be probably going to be better. But then I suppose you'd be replacing it for the worst shots, the worst drives. Got to get past that now, haven't I?
Be a big one for you, that.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, he's had a go. Oh, it could be. It could be.
Ooh. Could be.
Yeah.
I broke my teeth on him. Pub's open later.
Ahoy.
Get in!
Hello there.
Hello there. That bag's looking...
I know, I'm going to have to change it.
Nice bag though.
It is, isn't it?
Is it first time out?
First time out.
Very nice.
US
So,
Open one.
it was, yeah, it was really.
Yeah.
So, Brett, what are your thoughts on the driver testing? I'll just say before that if you are going to do this, I do recommend highly doing it on the golf course like we are doing
Yeah,
now.
definitely, yeah.
It does obviously help to get fitted for it, obviously helps to get on launch monitor and check the differences, but also to do a proper test, you've got to hit thousands and thousands of shots, which not everyone can, well, very, very few people can do. So do what you can, make the most of it. If you want to test them on a golf course, test them on a golf course. And
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think even like now, I've only tested this on 3 shots, so it's going to be hard to say which I'd put in, which I'd keep in my bag.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have seen it, rather than standing and aiming at a driving range and thinking I'm hitting it and this is what I want. It's definitely put a different aspect into it, but there's not much in them, to be fair. But
there isn't. And you know what as well, I think that... What was I going to say there? I've done you by 20 yards. No, I think you can take positives for both of them, but I think also it shows that, I don't know, long way between them two, isn't there?
yeah, 2 different shot shapes.
Here's one,
so-
which one are you taking then? Because that's gone, the M3's gone further, it was left a bit of a pull, maybe,
No, I played for a draw with that one.
but
Just normal shape with that.
the Sim2 opens the green up again.
It does, but knowing this course like I know it, that right-hand bunker is not a place
No,
to be.
it's not, is it?
So to me, it's M3 all
M3,
day.
so effectively the M3's won.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think it's important that you look at how is it affecting your game. Like if you've got a one-way miss with it, because you've missed a couple left and a couple right with the M3.
Yes.
The Sim2 have all just been that kind of low fade.
Well, I think M3's always been left.
Yeah,
Everyone's that same shape. So 4, we were down past bunker.
yeah.
5,
Oh, there were, weren't they? Yeah.
and then this one again draw. I feel like I can always play a draw with that,
Mhm.
but maybe that's because it's set up. We've just
Potentially.
picked that up out of a bag and it. That
Yeah.
this is set up how we're fitted for it.
Yeah, which is always going to help.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to try. I'd like to try the Sim a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because I think the forgiveness side will be better. So
Yeah.
the bad one will be better than the bad one.
You
with
also want to do a
M3.
case study on it, don't you? Go and hit some bad shots.
Yeah.
What we got?
53.
53. So the big drives. I must have about 20 yards in me up there.
Listen to him. Not the best line.
Better now, mate.
It's not, I can't move it.
I'm joking. Come on, stick it close.
Just need that duck one from 4.
Yeah.
Like that. Maybe a bounce off that bank. Oh, it's not even got there. Wow.
Doesn't all come down to driver, does it, mate?
No.
No. Stick it on the green and 2-putt, and I think that's Brett behind the beers.
Oh, he's left plenty in that. It's not getting up. Oh, Brett's back in. Oh dear.
How did you know that was short? 'Cause I thought that's jumping on.
No way.
That didn't go as planned. It was bang on line. He'll 3-putt that anyway. Look at that. Ah.
One thing I have learned.
What?
And when I've been on these videos before, is there's no wedge coming out at this point.
Come on, mate, everyone's willing this in.
Yeah.
The bunker.
Redemption from last time it fixed me.
Ooh.
I'll take that, you know. I think you've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's
Undecided, aren't you?
yeah, I don't know if to chip this, 'cause it's just a little bit rough, isn't it, there?
Yeah. Up slope, it is asking for a wedge. That's nice. Yeah, well done. Well done. Looks like I'm buying a beer again.
Come on, mate, finish it off, get a par. And you know what, I think the best thing you've bought is this putter.
Oh yeah, and I bought that from you here.
Yeah, I remember back in the day. I did you the deal of the century, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Did I?
No, Kirky's not watching. These were always a tricky little putt, this.
Yeah, it was. Tricky green, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it slid.
Yeah, well, Brett, well played, mate.
Yes, well played.
Thank you ever so much.
Nice to be back.
Well done. Guys, thank you so much for watching. That was a bit of a driver test with a 9 handicap golfer. And I think there, definitely room for more testing. Definitely, I don't think you've gained, I think you'd have been better just having your shot on the middle hole. That would have prolonged the match more.
Yeah.
But yeah, M3 versus Sim2. Guys, get in the comments if you'd like to see more with this. Maybe we jump on the simulator at Huddersfield and actually see what the differences are for him. And apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. From 2 very short, fat me and my golf hoodie wearing people. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.